Stan, it's difficult, isn't it? Because people don't want to do that. And I was, I said on air the other day I was going to prove my point about reclaiming the flag, that I was minded to start hanging one in my front window. And I actually didn't, because I thought everyone is going to think that I am far right, because it has been co-opted in certain ways.
Ben, I grew up in the 70s, and my mum married a black man, and she had excrement put through a letterbox, and quite nasty letters. So I'm this very ultra proud Englishman. I'm a really proud Englishman. I'm proud of Cannock. I'm proud of Staffordshire. I'm proud of England. I'm proud of so many different aspects. But I also feel very uncomfortable in my own skin at the moment.
You know, it's rare to hear someone like Stan Collymore, a man who's lived between cultures, speak with this much honesty about what it means to be English today. This isn't about politics or sides. It's about identity, belonging, and fear in a divided country. Stan isn't preaching, he's reflecting. And maybe that's exactly what the conversation around flags and national pride has been missing. Before we dive in, comment where you're watching from, and don't forget to like and subscribe.
Evening, Ben. Stan Collymore. How are you?
Oh, Stan, hello, sir. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. I've been listening to you, as I usually do.
Good man.
It's great I would call in about this debate and offer some kind of unique perspective as being a mixed ethnicity man that grew up in Cannock, Staffordshire, which is still 90% white working class. Mum's white working class. Sisters, our friends, our school friends, football teammates in junior school, and I proudly take my England flag with me.
And Stan, just for people, the tiny number of people who won't know, you yourself are a former England footballer, just like Gary Neville.
Yes, and funny enough, I made my debut on the same day as Gary, and I have a lot of respect for him, as I do for Gary Lineker, and as I do for people that sit on the opposite side of the political fence. But I think that from my perspective, firstly on the flags thing, I take my England flag. I'm a big England supporter. I went to the Euros last year, go to World Cups, and it has Cannock Villa on, because I'm a big Villa fan that I played for as well in my career. And it's something that I'm very proud of. I think that we need to get round to having a conversation nationally, and I said this on, it was Twitter then, about 15 years ago. The issues around immigration and the constant heat and the politics on either side of the fence as entrenched tribes. I heard one of you callers talking about tribes a little bit earlier.
Yep.
And I think that we, instead of coming together and saying, what do we want and how do we get there around immigration, and instead of voting for parties that are looking for quick fixes that some do, that's what nationalism and populism often offers, is that we're not actually, and that is a responsibility of broadcasters, journalists, media, pundits, anybody with a view, to say, how about we all rally around this flag rather than use it?
Here, Stan speaks from experience, not politics. He's not waving a flag to divide, but to reclaim it. And that's powerful, because pride shouldn't make you a target. It should unite people, not make them afraid to belong.
But Stan, it's difficult, isn't it? Because people don't want to do that. And I said on air the other day I was going to prove my point about reclaiming the flag, that I was minded to start hanging one in my front window. And I actually didn't, because I thought everyone is going to think that I am far right, because it has been co-opted in certain ways.
Ben, I grew up in the 70s, and my mum married a black man, and she had excrement put through a letterbox, and quite nasty letters. So I'm this very ultra proud Englishman. I'm a really proud Englishman. I'm proud of Cannock. I'm proud of Staffordshire. I'm proud of England. I'm proud of so many different aspects. But I also feel very uncomfortable in my own skin at the moment. And I think the thing around unite the kingdom, I think was a little bit disingenuous. I think if we had a plurality of opinions and people that we all respected, and we said, crikey, Richard Attenborough, oh, crikey, this broadcaster, this ex-footballer, this great ex-politician, that we did it around them, is then we can start a conversation about how we all come together. But I would say to you that as somebody that is very, very proud of being English, and I have no issues around waving my own flag at England away games, is that I'm quite scared at the moment as what might happen.
What do you fear, Stan?
You fear getting your window put through. You get fear. You read, history. The interesting thing about the Jewish community about Never Again, and the poetry around. First they came for the Jews, and then they came for the socialists, and then there was nobody to come for me. I read stuff like that because I went to school and I take an interest in it. And I think that we are in real danger of repeating mistakes because of the constant blame game, because of the constant need to find a scapegoat, instead of saying, OK, let's get Tommy Robinson, let's get Zach Polanski, let's get them round a table.
And bring people together.
And let's bring people together and find solutions.
Gary Neville says the people who are flying these flags right now as part of this Raise the Colours movement, they are deepening that division. They are perpetuating that sort of pitting group against group. I mean, do you agree with him on that they are using the flag in a negative way?
No, I don't, and that's the thing, you see. Once you start talking about one group, then you absolutely feel that you've got to then go hard on the other group, and it just becomes a vicious circle. There are many, many people in this country that just want to get up in the morning, go to work, put food on the table, leave a few quid for their family, and enjoy this experience of life. We're very privileged to live in a great country, in my
absolutely.
view. And the problem is that when people don't engage their brain, they go into tribal mode. My tribe's better than your tribe, and I'm getting less of the pie than you are, etc., etc.
But is that what the people? Is that what the people who are doing this, the people who are flying the flags, is that the message that they are sending?
I don't think so. No. I don't think so. I mean, I was loath to say this on air, and I've been absolutely aching to write an ex-post. Is that I saw somebody, let's say, very close to me, a family member, and I accidentally saw their Facebook, and they're not a friend on Facebook, and the most heinous, horrible, genuinely upsetting far-right stuff around a lot of Enoch Powell speeches and the usual sort of churned-out stuff on Facebook. And I was incredibly upset, and it was the first time I ever thought, crikey, that's a family member. I have dual citizenship. Because of my dad's side, I had and wanted to revisit my roots in Barbados, where he was from. So I've got a Barbados passport. And for the last year, I've absolutely ached and thought, is it time to go? And I thought, no, I'm English, for God's sake.
What you feel almost driven out the country, partly?
So I understand what it is like to grow up in a white working-class council estate, and for people that lived on that council estate 50 years ago to now have seen the demographics changed and are saying, we'd like a conversation about how the way that our country grows. Absolutely. There is nothing wrong with that whatsoever.
And you're so right, Stan, about the need to bring people together and hear people. A lot of people right now of all sorts of persuasions don't feel heard. And I do think that is partly, I don't think it's just racism, I think that is partly what is going on with these flags and this flag flying.
What Stan said here sums up something bigger than flags or football. It's about identity in a country that feels like it's forgetting what unity even looks like. He's proud, he's English, he's mixed race, and somehow that combination makes him feel like an outsider in his own home. That's not about left or right, that's about empathy. The takeaway here isn't to pick a side, but to ask ourselves, when did pride become something people fear showing? Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you agree with Stan's message about reclaiming unity? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more balanced conversations like this one.